Hi guys, today we're going to be looking at multiplying fractions. Don't worry though, while it sounds complicated, it's actually really easy. And the only hard part about it is simplifying the fraction that you get once you've started. So for example, let's have a look at this one. If I go 1 times 6, that's 6, 2 times 9 equals 18. And I can divide both of those numbers by 6 to get the simplified version, which of course would be 1/3. So what's really happening here with our multiplying fractions? Well, we're saying 6/9 of a half is the same as a third. Where did I get that from? Well, when we're dealing with fractions, with numbers less than 1 in particular, we can think of this time symbol as of. It's a really useful way to think of it. So we could do it the other way around. We could say, well, what is half of 6/9? And so if we simplified that fraction to begin with, that would also be 2/3, wouldn't it? So half of 2/3 would be 1/3. Makes sense. That's kind of intuitive. Once you can see that symbol as of, the whole thing makes more sense. I'll give you a chance to have a go at some by yourselves. Okay, let's have a look at this one. So we're remembering that our times kind of means of. So what's 1/4 of 5/6? Okay, so it's a little bit hard to just guess off the top of our heads, but we can easily work it out. 1 times 5 is 5. That's our numerator for this one. 4 times 6, 24. Now, we've probably got a situation here where we can't really simplify it because these two numbers don't have something that we can divide them both by. 1 obviously, but you can't halve them, you can't divide them by 3, you can't divide them by 4, and once you get up to 5 you can't really simplify it. So 5/24 is probably the simplest fraction that you'll get out of that one. Okay, have a try another one. Okay, here's our next example for you to have a go at. Just pause it here. Okay, so what did we get? 6 times 5, easy peasy. Our numerator is 30. 7 times 8, one of our old favourites from way back, 56. And we know that because 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Now, can we simplify that? I believe we can. Straight away, we can halve them both, can't we? So that would be, let's see, 15. Half of 56 would be 28, wouldn't it? What if you come across a question that's a bit like this, where the numerator is larger than the denominator? It's an improper fraction. In fact, we're multiplying two improper fractions. Well, absolutely, yes, you can do it. It's no problem at all. It's exactly the same process. So you work out your multiplications there. So it's going to be 35 as the denominator. And then 12 times 9. This is the kind of question they love to stick in tests. And the answer is 108. So massively improper fraction. If you were to make that into a mixed fraction, to make it proper, you would say, well, how many times does 35 fit into 108? Well, you know that that's roughly 1/3 of 100, so it's going to fit in 3 times, and you're going to have 3 35ths left over. But that's essentially your answer there. That's what you get.